Hello, I'm Namrata and welcome back to my YouTube channel. I'm making some tea right now, so come along. I buy vegetables in bulk at least for 15 to 20 days. It does save ton of time. Initially, I was not good at storing them, but I think over the period, I have mastered to store the veggies and now I'm quite confident to share those tips with you. So let's get into it.
I mostly like to go out and buy vegetables from Monday. If you are from Pune, you will definitely relate to me on this. But nowadays, I prefer to buy them online or from the nearby Bhaji Wale Kaka who gives the home delivery. Let's start with cleaning them. For cleaning, I have used 3 to 4 methods till time. Depending on the season, I change my cleaning methods. If it's a rainy season, I would add little bit of turmeric into the cleaning solution. Some lukewarm water and some salt is best, but you can alternatively use baking soda or vinegar into it. These days, I'm using neem wash to clean the veggies. Just soak it in for 30 minutes and let them dry on napkin. I follow this exact method for all my veggies except leafy ones. A tip here is to not use hot water, otherwise some veggies will start their cooking process and they do turn bad early. The next important part is to storing them. To store veggies, I use various types of containers so that depending on the quantity I can use the right container. I wish to replace all these containers with glass one day or at least with the best quality plastic. Get various size containers such as small one for spices like chili and bigger one for storing vegetables. You can also use some jars for storing lemon and amla. Let's start with spices first. Take out chilies and dry them with clean towel. Remove their stalk and let it air dry completely. Now take a box, lay a paper napkin or a clean cotton cloth like mine and put all the chilies in the box. Make sure you have big enough cloth to cover the top part too. In case of paper napkin, you can just put another one on top of it. Next is curry leaves. I do not buy curry leaves because I have 2 plants with me. But there is a time when I do pruning of it and I left with a bunch of curry leaves. In such cases, I clean the leaves and air dry them and store it in a small box with a paper napkin to absorb the excess moisture. In case of lemon, I use such jar with paper napkin at bottom. For ginger, after soaking them, if you see any more dirt, feel that they are not clean, just take a brush and scrub the ginger gently to remove all the excess dirt. I keep separate brush for cleaning veggies. Once all the dirt is clean, I let them air dry and then use jar with a paper napkin to store them. In case of garlic, I store it in 2 ways. One is storing whole cloves in such glass jar with paper napkin at bottom and top. And another one is in such clear container ready to use in finely chopped form. Tip here is to use vegetable chopper to chop the garlic. It's way faster and time saving. In my spice list, one more important item is lemongrass. I have one lemongrass plant and usually whenever I prune it, I follow the same process as I did for curry leaves. Very important and bit tedious vegetable to store are leafy ones. But don't worry, I got you covered. Whenever you get any leafy veggies, remove their roots, clean or remove their leaves and stem as per your eating habits and put them in a container with a paper towel at bottom and top. Do not attempt to clean them at this moment because it does not matter how much we try, there is still some water remain and because of this, these veggies get bad early. Tip here is to store veggies in such steel containers. I've tried using plastic and glass, but in steel they stay fresh longer as in steel they get less moisture. Try it out. I have only one such steel container, so I'm storing coriander in plastic one. Now let's quickly see how I store fruit veggies. To begin with, I have brinjal here. Clean it, dry it and store it in such cotton bags. Or you can also use containers with paper towel. But in my opinion, cotton bags works best. Moving on is gourd. So for gourd, I'm using this slightly bigger cotton bag here. Alternatively, you can also use such plastic wraps too, but I prefer cotton bag. You can also use Ziploc if you don't have cloth bag. Similarly, carrots can either stored in a container with a paper towel or in cotton bags. In case of carrots, I found both ways are equally effective. In case of cauliflower, I remove all extra stem and leaf. And instead of storing whole cauliflower in cotton bag, I make such small chunks of its florets and store them in a clear container. Whole cauliflower in cotton bag works great too. I like florets method as it's just one more step towards saving the time while cooking. Next is cabbage. So if you clean cabbage like me, then you need to wait until all the water is dried out or dripped down. Then either you can use a cotton bag to store it, or you can shred or cut it in any form you like and then store it in container with paper towel. Cluster beans is something I do not eat, but my partner likes this veggie. So just like rest of the veggies, air drying them after cleaning is the trick to make them last longer. I use cotton bag for any kinds of beans.
Tomatoes can stay longer even when they're kept outside the fridge. If I get fully ripe tomato, I keep them upside down in the fridge. If they are little bit on harder side, it's completely okay to keep them outside. Try keeping tomato upside down to make them last longer.
In case of capsicum, if I see stem is soggy after cleaning them, I prefer to cut it before storing them. Soggy stem makes capsicum go bad early. I use cotton bags, but alternatively plastic wraps can be used.
Drumsticks are loaded with benefits. I clean it and just wipe it with a napkin. Drumsticks are usually the longest veggies, so I remove their top and bottom part, then remove its vein too, and cut them into 2 to 3 inch pieces. This method has always proven me effective. Directly stored drumsticks get dry quickly in refrigerator, so I prefer cutting them. If you are following any different method and having good result, do share with us in comments below. I hope you find these tips helpful and practical to apply them in your kitchen. So guys, this is all for today's video. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe the channel. I will see you in the next one. Bye.